I'm Heinbach, and it's good to have you back. I'm standing right here in Markneukirchen in the Instrument Museum, and I'm exploring their beautiful collection of automated instruments, and I'm recording them to tape. Follow me on this sonic hunt. Does this work, the trumpet?
I'm not sure. I haven't heard it yet. It should work, but I haven't heard it yet.
Okay. So which of these can play? What would you say? Is anything we can hear from these?
On the right side, this is the very basic model of the invention of these oat disc. So these Lochplatten with a cable disc, and then it developed into the metal discs. So this is just try and error. I turn the handle, and so the bellow then puts the air through this metal piece and down the holes. And beneath there are tongues, like in a harmonica, within this so-called aristone, and they are then producing the sound. Okay, no. Bellow isn't working.
There's a little bit. This sounds like Philip Glass, especially because of it being broken, only having half the tones and the mechanical noise that was louder. Again, the mechanism is shown,
Yes.
and it made the music sound more minimal. And that's good.
Our collection was founded in 1883, and so it's one of the oldest collections of musical instruments. It was originally a museum for trade and craftsmanship. For this reason, the collection was brought up to educate the upcoming instrument makers here in Markneukirchen and the surrounding area, maybe to inspire for new developments. As you can see, some of them were also made here in the area, like Klingenthal and Markneukirchen, but most of them you can see here, the big factories were in Leipzig. Around 1900, between 1900 and 1920s, more than 100 shops and factories for musical clockworks, for mechanical instruments were based in Leipzig.
That's how you rewind on this.
So there's no factory who's remaking this kind of tapes, because even for this kind of disc, there is nowadays a factory in Japan who's reproducing these kind of discs. Yeah.
Oh, really? Can we hear this?
Yeah, of course. But I can't manipulate the sound of this one. So the basic function of it is these little tiny picks are now moving this.
Is there like a fixed speed on this?
Yeah,
You can't change it.
I can't change it because it works with a feather, a metal feather.
Ah, it's all mechanical.
Yeah, it's all mechanical. So I use the handle to tighten the feather. decorated. So it was mainly placed in like restaurants or on public train stations. And so to entertain the visitors or the guests, they could insert a coin like in a very early jukebox. You can say there are also some constructed with disc changers, so you could choose from up to 6 discs which one you would like to hear. This is with a single disc now, but you put in the coin and then it would move.
Wonderful.
You can't slow down the speed unless the metal feather loosens. So if it isn't tight enough anymore, so like after let's say 15 to 20 roundabouts, it then loosens a little more and a little more. And if you're lucky enough, you have the last round so when it slowly, when it slows down and slows down and slows down and then stops
Oh, wonderful.
in the middle of the piece.
Okay, but we don't know at what time we are with this one, right?
No, we could try and have, take turns.
I wish there's no time to think.
Okay.
I'm sad. Is there a way to starve it?
I can just play it slower. You got the walls here with the nails, and while I'm turning the handle, I'm moving the walls as well as the belly to blow the air into the pipes. And therefore, when I stop moving, the belly
Closes. It's on.
closes. Yeah.
On off. Okay.
So if I move it slowly,
As slow
as slow as possible.
possible.
Okay.
We'll just make these aching tones.
Okay.
One thing that I'm really interested in is when medias break. So when tape breaks, when instrument breaks, because that reveals the mechanism.
Yeah.
So if it's running perfectly, it's like magic. But if it gets to the breaking point, I think that's even more interesting.
Hab dich so lieb, immer sehn ich mich nach dir. Ich hab dich so lieb, immer sehn ich mich nach dir. Frag mich Tag und Nacht, warum gehst du fort von
So this is a mechanical construction which works again with a paper stripe. So pressing the pedals underneath, I'm moving the paper stripe, and I'm also again moving the bellow within this construction. While doing so, the paper stripe runs along this metal piece, and each hole within the paper stripe matches a hole within this metal piece, and this hole then is connected to one of these small wooden handles who would replace the human fingers on the keyboard. And so when a hole within the paper stripe matches with a hole with a hole within the metal piece, then the under pressure releases, and so the wooden handle moves and presses down the key in the piano of the piano. And later on they were constructed inside of the piano, so you know these honky-tonk pianos in the Western films in the saloons, they were built within the pianos, these mechanics, and here they are working in front of the piano. And so
this was made basically because you can adapt any piano with that to be automatic, right? Is
yes, this is not
that full size?
full size, but later on built within the piano or the grand piano. You can also have self-playing grand pianos with 88 keys. But for example, in Leipzig, the company of Hupfeld constructed these grand pianos fully electrical already, and they had 88 small little bellows. So for each key, a small bellow. Very complicated, complex construction.
Okay.
So yeah, and then I would sit in front of it and just press pedals. Even slow it down.
The amount of mechanical noise during the tones is intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's the beginning. That's the beginning of these automatic pianos.
Yeah, it is. So the beginning was made in New York, and then European companies took it over, especially German companies, this kind of construction. So Leipzig or Freiburg and Breisgau. Yeah.
In Freiburg?
Yeah.
I had no idea, and I'm from there. Okay. There was a lot more to discover in the wonderful Musikinstrumentenmuseum Markneukirchen. It's definitely worth a visit. I had to rush on because I was working on a story on Vermona synthesizers, so I didn't get to see everything. If you want to experience the beautiful sounds of these automated musical machines, I've got a sound pack on my Patreon, recorded both at normal speed and also at half speed, all on tape, as well as the track you heard in the beginning. If you have any more questions or suggestions where I should go next, let me know in the comments below. That's it for this video. I'll be seeing you in the next one, and thank you for watching. Bye.
Follow the melody,
Yeah.
so this is really instructive.
Yeah.
And so on, yeah.
I tend to ignore instructions.